Good morning. Futures Trader Elite here with your NQ pre-market prep on 11/3. Starting a new month here, starting a new competition with Tradeify today, and NinjaTrader has a competition today. Let's go on and pull this chart up. This will be the NQ 60-minute chart we're going to be looking at. As you can see, we got us this here's a green 1 hour trend line. We got this red 1 hour trend line over top. Got us another green trend line down here. Could be considered a 4 hour. Let's get this a little bigger. You can see I got an order on screen. That's in that Tradeify Grand Cup account. And I'm setting that up there on that 1 hour trend line. I want to go short first reaction up there. I accidentally moved my line just now. I don't know where it was at, so we'll just take it off. So on the 1 hour, what we're still seeing here is they're still protecting this and wanting to keep the structure to the bullish side on the higher time frame and keep moving up. So if they can break this 1 hour trend line, you can see we got that R1 pivot right there, which is not real far from where the 1 hour trend line is. They could try to sweep this trend line, tag that pivot before rejection, or they could just first reaction short at the trend line, come down. But we're above the golden pivot, which is right here at 48. So all in all, you got to kind of be on the bullish side while we're above that. Anytime we're above the golden pivot, you got to be thinking to the bullish side until we get below it. Kind of changes the look towards the bearish side. You can see we had this big drop here on, this is the 1 hour, and you see all this consolidation we had through here. And then we had this big drop, sucked it up, another drop, consolidate, drop. So this red line up here is going to act as some pretty good resistance right here. It's 285. Yellow line up here is 309, 310. So take this off. You know, this looks like, you know, if they can get up here and break this pivot and get into this imbalance zone, you see we got this little candle here that wicked way up and sucked back down. But if we can take out, if we can break this yellow line, which is around 232 inside this box right here, I think if we can get through that with some momentum, we'll definitely be a lot more to the bullish side as far as trying to take out some of these next levels. You can figure if we take out 232 that we're probably going to go to 283. And if we do that and take that out, 309, 310, that's kind of what we'd be looking at to the bullish side today. But we need to get to those levels and break them, consolidate if we need to for another push. Now for the downside, you know, if we reject off this line right here that we're coming up to, would probably be thinking, you know, down here into this zone box, we got this other 1 hour trend line. You would have to think this zone box is at 80 to 50, and then we have a yellow line in there which is at 63, which was a, if you're in the Discord, this yellow line played very well on Friday during the day. Kept getting some nice bounces off 63. So just, you know, we have that box, that zone box, and we have that line, which was a previous all-time high. Let's take this down to, let's say, the 15-minute real quick and see what we're looking like. Get our trend line touching that wick up there. Need to move these orders down probably a tad bit. So this right here was the gap up overnight. We had a gap here, which looked a lot bigger than this, I believe, on the 5-minute. But I think we got some things here we need to take off the screen. We can take that off. This is on the 15, so really that needs to be like, say that. That's just a, we didn't even return to that with this drop. So this is, you know, we get up here and tag this trend line. We could just return to this yellow line. Is a retest to this previous all-time high, and then take another leg higher. Let's say maybe if we could break through this pivot maybe to this yellow line, so maybe first reaction short at the 1-hour trend line up here, come back down to about 146, 148, and then another leg up to 230, or to the pivot there, which is at 208. Or we get the rejection maybe off the 1-hour trend line and come back down to 118, 120 in this area. Because what you got to look for is this right here, this impulse candle with this buy signal breaking structure. So I'm thinking if we get a good enough rejection off the 1-hour trend line, I'm kind of going to be thinking, well, maybe they're going to try to retest structure right here somewhere. So 118, you know, up here, test structure before it gets a push to the downside, if that makes sense. And then if you could get through there, then you're going to be thinking, well, maybe I need to be looking at, maybe I should be looking at this if we get past that. We just put them lines in at 118 and 86, because if we can get past this, we got this impulse candle right here with the buy signal, which broke this structure, which led to breaking this structure. And then if you get past that line to the downside, you need to be thinking, oh, there's that 63 line from Friday. Are we going to get the bounces off that like we did on Friday? Or are we going to keep going down and maybe tag this yellow line at 18, which would be on this 1-hour trend line, which would be A+ setup. Everybody keep an eye on that right there. A+ setup today. This previous all-time high where we got this bounce right here. Look at that drive off that line. Say we return to that line. Why it's still to the left of this trend line. Ideally, it would be in this area right here, which will be around 9 o'clock this morning. Or 10 o'clock market time. This area right here. Something to keep an eye on if they try to pull this to the downside. I think that's all I'm going to have for pre-market prep this morning. We'll update live in the updates channel and Discord like we always do. If this is your first time here, hit that like and subscribe so you be notified. Come join the trading community for free in Discord and get in on these live updates that we put in there throughout the day. People are banking on them day after day in there. Plenty of calls, plenty of chances to be banking. If you want to trade with a community like that, go ahead and hit that link and come join for free. I'll see you guys in the recap, and if you're part of the competition today and you're in Discord, I'm only going to be playing those precision entry zones that we put in, and let's bank together. Let's get it done. See you guys.